Welcome back. Today we're going to do something that we've been waiting to do for quite a while. We're going to take one of the trucks out to the dunes. Now, as much as I'd like to be able to tell you we're taking Lunar 1 out, that's just not the case. We still have another couple weeks probably of work before we see that truck head over to Biddy's. But in the meantime, we thought we'd have a little fun and we'd take Lunar 2 out. Pretty much all that it has is the 4Runner off-road interior, and then also it has the WickedCreations, the long travel suspension in the front. Now this is a 3.5 kit, not the 5-inch over kit that's on Lunar 1, but we're gonna see how this thing performs. And I'm gonna highlight some of the reasons I built Lunar 1 the way that I did. So let's get this thing loaded up and let's get in the truck and get out to the dunes. I want to marry the two worlds of the Baja style trucks with the world of drifting. All right guys, good news, the trailer made it, and so did L2. So we're out here at Sand Lake. We're gonna take this thing out to the open dunes, and we're gonna see what it can do. Now I have been out here in Lunar 1 before we had all the motor blowing fiasco, but this is the first time that Lunar 2 is gonna see the sand. So we're gonna get it out there, we're gonna see what it can do with the WickedCreations control arms, as well as all of the suspension modifications we've done. Now this is relatively bone stock otherwise, but I do want to also highlight some of the things that come with the 4Runner off-road interior kit and the safety that that provides in this environment. So let's get all strapped in, let's get out there and let's do some driving. L2 is set up very similar to how L1 was set up. I've said that a few times, but if you guys haven't followed me since the beginning, maybe you don't know how I had L1 set up. So L1 was set up with 3.5-inch over long travel arms, also long travel coilovers. It does a lot of things great. Like, it is a pretty awesome truck in most cases on the sand, but not to do what I want to do, which is very violent driving. Really, what I wanted to do in L1 was to be able to jump it. So it handles whoops really well. We're going over a pretty rough section in the sand right now, and it handles it really, really well. What it doesn't handle well is aggressive whoop sections. When you're driving, you can kind of feel it right there. You can feel the back end of the truck. It doesn't have enough travel to be able to do what I want it to do. So it gets really firm really quick, and then it hits the bump stops. And yeah, it's not fun. So we're now in 4 high. The truck performs really well at 4 high. We're going over some whoops. Feels very planted. It does. Feels great. I don't feel like I'm out of control, but I can definitely feel the back of the truck isn't doing what I want it to do. It's not absorbing the bumps in the same way. So it translates really aggressively through the cab. We're rubbing a little bit.
I think it might have been the limit of the current setup right there.
Yeah, I think that's the limit. I tried to do a little scoot through some whoops and it just wasn't happy. So, but this, I mean, it's fine doing this all day long.
I feel like this is good with like 4 people in the car and you're like, I just want to go drive around on the sand.
Yeah.
Like comfortably without,
oh man. Oh, God. It is not happy. So, yeah, I think I still have steering. Let's get out and check the current condition of L2.
My wheel's straight. What about yours?
Yep, we're straight. I mean, in good news, it does look like it is all still together.
You got some witness marks.
So it does look like we used the front of the C4 bumper and the skid plate. So good job TRD on protecting us on that. I gotta be real honest. Kind of scared to jump it. Does that mean I'm not gonna jump it? No.
I will say I was confident that you did break it. Do you think Toyota, when they came out with the TRD Pro, they thought that people like you and I were going to be like, hey, you guys didn't do enough?
Well, I think they had like the right idea, and what we're doing is just expanding on that. They really wanted us to go out and jump it, is what they wanted us to do.
Okay.
That's why they made it TRD Pro.
Okay, yeah.
So they wanted professionals like us, who are professional drivers in our minds, to go out and jump it. That is everything she's got. That is all the beans. And I think I still very firmly had 4 tires on the ground. So
Confirmed.
We're gonna have to go find something a little bit more aggressive.
Might be a tough day. Sometimes the dunes aren't as generous out here in the Oregon coast.
You shut up and get in the car. Well, that was almost 50 miles an hour. And I just don't think this thing has the grease to be able to hit that jump. So I think this proves something, that I have a heart and a mind to do something way larger than this build is capable of. And that explains, I guess in a nutshell, Lunar 1. As you can see, obviously out there I'm struggling in 2-wheel drive. The vehicle has an open diff, so what that means is one tire is going to spin and the other isn't. So in Lunar 1, I set it up with a true track differential, and that's going to allow both tires to spin. So when I put my foot in it, the truck isn't going to be upset that I'm trying to go fast and go straight. It's going to allow it to happen. It's going to allow both tires to spin, and it's going to give me the ability to control it from the steering wheel instead of it trying to control itself by opening up the differential.
Do you think that for the money this is the best choice?
I mean, depends on what you're going to use it for. I think, yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, I think this is the best choice. I mean, if you want like an SUV that's going to do this, I mean, anything else other than this is going to be either a Jeep or way heavier. And Jeeps are not built like this. You don't get the independent front suspension. So,
yeah.
I mean, you can go do this and then reasonably just drive home, which is kind of cool. Kind of feels more like you should just drive it home. You know, it's not that thrilling.
Yeah.
Right. Like you don't get that like excitement that you get out of driving something that you know is capable of more than what you want it to do. I like being the limiting factor for what I'm driving. I don't like to have the car I'm driving or the vehicle I'm driving be the limiting factor. And you feel that very quickly in this. That's enough reason to want to take one of these things apart and change all these little things about it, because everything about the 4Runner is so cool, right? You get all the extra space, and you know it does feel very good as far as a core, but you just want to upgrade so much stuff around it. So I think that's why we see so many 4Runners out there where guys put so much money into them and customize them, because at its core it's really cool. Really taking it as far as we are on L1 doesn't make a lot of sense for people, but for me, like, I love the 4Runner, so I want to be sitting in this exact seat and doing that stuff that I want to go do. So it makes a lot of sense for me to build that truck. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like you with the FRS. You want it to brake all the time. That's why you keep that car. So.
Hey, it's just not ready for the level of violence that I possess. And I feel like that's the same thing with this.
Yeah, but this thing held together.
You didn't even jump it.
I'm gonna need you to clock out. Well, guys, we didn't get the job done. We didn't jump L2 like we were hoping to, but we did get out. We got to test out the WickedCreations long travel suspension. We got to test out L2 really in an environment that's honestly the conditions that we are going to run in most of the time anyway. This is the Pacific Northwest. It's where we live, and here we get a lot of rain. So the sand being wet and gummy definitely held us back. it just doesn't drive as fast. It doesn't run as fast in those conditions. I do want to say that I really was impressed by the performance of the ToyoTires. I want to thank them for sending us the open country RTs. Also, WickedCreations, they make a heck of a kit. It really did a great job, absorbed the bumps. I can tell with a little more suspension under the truck, maybe upping the spring rate, the truck probably would have performed a lot better out there. So I've got some work to do to get L2 really to perform the way that I want it to be able to chase L1. But overall, we had a great time. We went out there, got L2 off-road, did a good shakedown. We know it's good to go. So I think we've got a little more work to do, and let's get it back out here. And then let's deliver that jump. All right, we got L2 offloaded off the truck. This week we got to do a lot of driving. We actually went out to Spirit Peaks, did some drifting out there. But today we took L2 out and we took it to Sand Lake, and it didn't accomplish the goals. So that means it's got to go back under the knife. And we've got to add some more parts to it to get this thing dune ready to be able to chase L1 and provide all the support that L1 is going to need. Be on the lookout for more upgrades to L2. L1 content is coming in fast. Hopefully parts come in soon, and maybe we might take you guys out to Spirit Peaks for a drift day. Until then, make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.